I'm Angela.
And this is NFGeeks. All right, Angela, for this video, I have a very sort of special, happy NF thing to do, to show you about, and show our fellow NFs, and it's kind of a nice thing, and it's also sort of a when the universe speaks thing, when you sort of get in touch with the universe and things happen or whatever.
And our NFness.
Yes, and it's a really nice one too to do. So, but I want to tell you, this is going to be NF off the hook, off the leash NF.
Oh,
so I recommend like the NTs, just tune out. Don't even, you can watch it.
We're going to label this NF only.
Yeah, really. It's not, you're going to hate it by the end. You're going to think it's crazy. But that's okay. Maybe you'll still like it in the fact that it's crazy.
They all think we're crazy
right.
anyway.
So this is really just for NFs, okay? So I have to sort of give 2 levels of preparation to show you what I'm going to do here. Okay. So I have something here, okay? I have a little, so look at this. We have this little box, right? The box. And also, I want to let you know, I didn't tell Angela about this because I wanted her to have an honest reaction.
I've been staring at this box for about an hour.
So I didn't tell her what this box is about, what's going on. I've just, I wanted her to have an honest reaction right now to this, a real NF reaction. Okay, so first of all, this is great NF romantic stuff right off the bat, okay? So this is, I call this the treasure box, okay? And what I do is, and I mean this in the sweetest way too, just something I came up with the doctor. What I do is every now and then I give her this box, just sort of at random. It's not like, there's no date to it. I just give her this box, and there's always some little meaningful, little romantic thing inside the box, okay, for her. And sometimes I'll give it to her at her house. Sometimes I'll give it to her at dinner. Sometimes I'll give it to her in the car. And then she gives this back to me. And so sometimes there'll be poems in it, and sometimes it'll be candy, and other times it'll be flowers, and other times, just little things. And, it's NF stuff, so you want it to be, if you're an NF, you want it to be meaningful things, and I mean it as a sign of love.
We love giving meaningful gifts.
Right,
all
and
the
so
time.
this is my way of doing it, this very sort of romantic thing I do, and she's an INFP, so you can imagine how she thinks about it. She loves it. And I love it too, and it's something very nice in NF, when NFs are together in a relationship, this is a nice NF thing to do for another NF. So do this with Mike, okay? Don't have him watch this video. So I give this to her, and I put nice little things in it. Now, if you want to put like diamonds and money, that's okay. Do whatever way you want. But I'm an NF, so I put these little meaningful things in there, sweet little things. Sometimes I put Reese's peanut butter cups because she likes those.
Candy's
candy,
awesome.
right? Sometimes I put candy. Sometimes I put little poems. All sorts of things. So I have something for her that I'm going to give to her soon that's in here, and it's a real NF thing, so I wanted to share it with all of you, because when I was putting it together, I thought, okay, this is NF, I got to share this with the other NFs, because they're going to love this. Okay, so now what's in the box? Now, that's prep number 1. It's not even, what this is about isn't even about the treasure box, that's just the prep, but go do it. Do it with your lovers and your husbands and wives and boyfriends and girlfriends. Get a little box, and just do this, okay? Do it with Mike, he'll love it. Okay, he'll think it's very special. So, he will.
He loves that stuff.
Right, wouldn't you love it if you got a little treasure box? With
he loves it when I do that stuff.
Right, what if you got one?
I would be very happy.
Right.
I'm excited just to see what's in it. It's not for me.
Yeah, I know, right. All the NFs are like, what's in the box?
What's in it?
It's not like that 7, what's in the box. It's like, what's in the box? It's not like that. It's the NF, what's in the box? Okay, so now I got to go to the second prep. So in my graduate school in holistic leadership, so I have a holistic leadership master's degree. Yes, it's a master's degree in NF, pretty much. And out of my 2 master's degrees, and which is also, the other one's also another NF degree. But in that, I took holistic leadership courses specifically to leadership, and the person who runs that part of it is a very close friend of mine now, and she's actually the chairperson of the whole department. And so for her nickname, I'm going to call her the fairy godmother, because she's like the fairy godmother. She even looks like one of the fairy godmothers from Cinderella. I mean, she should just fly around and say bibbidi boppidi bip. It's just like that. And so the first time I ever had class with her, we all sit in circles in this type of program, in a circle. And there was this whole rock thing going on in the middle of the room where she had different rocks in a circle, like almost like a Native American thing going on. And she does this with every class. Like every class she teaches every night, she does this sort of rock thing in the center, and that's meant to like center your attention and sort of get you oriented to the topics of the class and, each other and all these things. So every time in class, there's sort of this rock circle Stonehenge thing. Okay, right in the middle. Now, the first time I saw this, the first time I ever classed with her, I thought she was batty. Okay, we talk about this story. She laughs her ass off when I say this. But the NTs might be thinking this, and I want to say, at first I did agree. I thought, this is nuts. There's rocks in the middle of the room. This is crazy. Then she tells this story, and I thought she was really out of her mind. Okay, she said that her and her husband, when they go to the beach, look for heart rocks. And heart rocks are rocks on the beach that, for whatever reason, by nature or whatever, are in the shape of a heart. Okay, they just naturally formed into the shape of a heart, okay, for whatever reason. And she actually showed us some, and I thought, okay, is this for real? This does look like a heart, but did she buy this or whatever? Okay, so I wanted to see for myself if this is true. So there's a whole technique you learn to do this. And so I said, okay, I'm going to look for these heart rocks. And God damn it, Angela, heart rocks. You start seeing them and you start collecting them. So what's in the box? A collection of naturally formed heart rocks.
Aww.
So there's a bunch of heart rocks. And these aren't things I made. I picked them up off the ground. Okay? Now, right? Isn't this like an NF?
And you know, I wish I knew, because I have to tell you, and this is where my NF just connected. I found a heart-shaped leaf at work the other day.
Right.
Naturally formed, completely together. I have it, and I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
I have it. It's a heart-shaped little leaf. It's brown. I put it in wax tissue, and now I have it, and I have it pressed in a book.
Right. So that's perfect, right? And this is a box. Look how many are in here.
Oh my God.
It's a box of heart rocks, right? I think INFP. When I give this to the doctor, she's gonna blow her mind.
She's gonna love it.
I know, really. I'm excited. That's why I wanted to share it with everybody. Okay, now, all right. So let me give you the technique for finding these things. Okay, so that everybody can do it. You can do it too. And the first thing is you really got to get into the orientation of it. Okay, now NTs might still be watching at this point. You can't NT this, because NTs would go into this cynically and skeptically, and you can't be negative. Otherwise, you know what you're going to find? Nothing. So you have to sort of put yourself into this orientation of like intending it. Now I know that's like sounds like, oh, isn't that in The Secret and all that? Yeah, kind of. But I'm talking about it from a Gestalt point of view, meaning that you want to allow your mind to open up so that you see the shape of the heart. Okay, that it's not like it's not a question like maybe or maybe not I'm going to find it. You are going to find it. You're going to frame your mind so that you see these things, and they will appear. Okay, in a Gestalt sense. Because a lot of Gestalt in this holistic degree, because holism, Gestalt, it all goes together. Now, that's the first thing. So you're sort of like focusing and intending it. The second thing is you have to have feelings about it. You have to be feeling love. I find that when I'm feeling love, like when the doctor and I are cooking, it's easier to find these things. When we're fighting, they've disappeared from the universe. So you want to have that feeling of love. Put the person in your mind and your heart. And so think about, open your mind to seeing it and frame it. And then at the same time, emotionally feel them there, and they will come up in huge numbers. Okay. Now the thing is, the reason why this will help is what will happen is that normally if you're looking for heart rocks, you're expecting it to come up like this, like in front of you like this. But if you're really orienting your mind, you'll realize you'll see the shape like this, upside down, and even a part of the rock. Like the whole rock doesn't have to be a heart. Just it's a Gestalt. So one way you look at it, it's just a rock. You turn it like this, there's the heart. It's like that, okay? So you can, if you open your mind, you'll see the rock sticking out of the ground, and you'll just turn your perspective, and you'll see the heart, okay? And so you want to do all this. Okay, so now to let you know I'm not full of crap, let's look at some of these, and you can tell me they're heart. Now look at the first one. Look at it.
Yeah.
Isn't that a heart? Go ahead, let's put it in hold it. Look, I didn't.
It's a heart.
Right, it's a heart. I just found it out of the ground.
Wait, ready?
Right.
Other side too.
Kind of, it looks like
that.
that.
A little dented, but it's there.
Okay, now here's another one. It's a little different shape, but go ahead, show the audience. It's the other way, I think. No, you're right. You're right.
I'm right.
You're right. That's
It's kind of a mush down the bottom, but it still looks like it.
Now, when you do this, I just want to tell you, you might find hearts, or not hearts. You're going to find rocks that look like the Superman shield. Like the Superman S, and you might think, oh, that's good enough. No, don't pass those. Pass the ones that look like shields. You'll get to a heart rock. You know what I mean? Because you might want to pick up the shield like, oh, I guess that's kind of like a heart. No, are you Superman? No. So go for the heart rocks. Okay, so let me get a couple of other good ones. I just pick one, and it might take a little bit to find the heart in it. See, I forget where this one is. A little bit. I think it's this way. No, it's this way. Okay, this is it. All right, go ahead. There's that one, right? Here's this one. Okay, heart rock. Right, I know. Isn't this amazing? Okay, look. Here's a good one. Here's a nice. And some of them are big. Some of them are small. Look, heart rocks. Okay, heart rocks. Heart rocks. Again, I didn't shape these. I didn't get these. I completely sometimes I forget. Nice
pointy one.
Yeah, I kind of forget how it goes. Oh, wait. No, I think it goes. It depends on how you look at it. Go ahead, hold it up again. Oh no, this way. Right, this.
It's kind of pointy on one side.
Yeah. Okay. That's the right way. All right, let's see. Go ahead, just grab any one of them.
This one's a big one. Big heart.
Yeah, that's a big one. Right, that's a big one. Here's another one. Look, heart rock, right? All right, are you impressed with this?
Yes.
Right, isn't this cool?
I'm very impressed with you right now.
Yeah. cool. And the thing is, you got to look at it the right way. Like sometimes I forget which way this went.
That one's
Like
kind of
this
mushed
one.
on one side, but it's there.
Yeah, it's okay. It can be mushed on one side. I think this one goes like this. Okay, I know this one isn't a good one, but some are better than others, and that's okay. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one. Look at that one.
Oh.
Right? Look at that. Isn't that a good one? That's a good one. And look again. Here's the really freaky part. I got all these at the same beach. This was a beach on a lake where I go biking. Okay, there's a on the
love-filled
bike path.
beach.
And I just look on the ground, and when I get water, and I just looked for these, and I said, okay, I'm going to get some heart rocks for the doctor. And I got a bunch of these. Okay. I think this one goes like, see, I forget which way. I think this one goes like this. Like that. I don't know if I'm doing it right, with the angle. That's tough. All right, so Angela, any thoughts? What do you have to say?
I definitely think this is the coolest thing. I think what I might do, I'll take a picture of that leaf heart and I'll post it so you guys can see it, so you guys can see that it is there.
Yeah.
And it's there if you're looking for it.
See,
Of course, us being ENFPs, we're always looking for love in all the places that we can find it.
Oh, this is a
including
good. Look at
rocks.
that one.
Oh, that one's a good one.
Look at that one. Look at that one. Look, heart rocks. Okay, heart rocks. Look how many we have here. Look how many. Look, me. No, we. Okay. Again, you have to sometimes turn it to see it. You know what I mean? Maybe I need to go up a little. You have to turn it to see it.
You can turn it all that way. You can turn all different directions.
Right. This one's a little one. Okay, heart rock. All right.
And another thing that helps too, if you go, even if you have to bring the person with you, you know what I mean? I feel like that might even help a little
Oh
bit
yeah,
too.
I've done that. I've done that before. Absolutely. Okay, this one's a wacky one. How did I see this? Oh yeah, look. See it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, see it? Look. I thought this was a crappy one, but no, look at it. There
That
it
one's
is.
actually one of the better ones.
Yeah, I know, it is. Okay, this is, I think we're up to the last one. Yeah, I forget which way it went. That's tough, like, because again, it's not all sides. All right, where was it? Where was the heart in this one? I must have saw it. See, I've lost it now. Is it this way? Oh, see if you can find it.
See, he's not in the same mindset as he was when he was looking for these.
Yeah, see, it's a gestalt, so you have to turn it, and then when you turn it, you can find it. It'll come up. I think this one goes this way. I think that one goes that way. What do you think? Did you find it?
It might just be pointing outwards. Or maybe this way.
I don't remember now. I
Oh.
can't see. That's all right. It just means I can't give it to her.
But all the rest of them.
Yeah. Is that the way? No, that's not it.
No.
That's terrible. Which way did I see it? Did I accidentally put it there? Maybe it's a heart like the one in your chest, right? It's ventricles.
It's round. Scientific.
Right, that's arteries. No, I don't remember how I did this one. Okay, that's all right. Well, I'll just add the rest. All right, so what are your thoughts? Any feelings about that?
I definitely love it. I love this idea. I'm definitely going to show Mike. I think he's going to love it. And I think the doctor's going to like this.
Oh, yeah. Now, isn't it pretty amazing, though, that these exist? Like, again, I thought the fairy godmother was nuts when she said this. I thought, heart rocks, hearts, that's crazy. But I did it. I did it the way she said to do it. And God damn it, she was right.
Sometimes you find it without even looking, which
Yeah.
tells you that
Yes.
it's in your mind all the time.
Yes.
If you can find a heart, like I did with the heart leaf, just randomly, without even trying to look for it, I saw it outwards.
Right.
It almost goes to that, as we usually do, as we think about everything emotionally stating. But,
that's how it goes.
I found it because it's
Yes.
always around me and I'm always thinking about it. It's
Yes,
always
and
there.
that's why you have to sort of be in a state. That's why you have to, if you're going to do this, and it's good to do it near water. Okay, that's where you find these rocks. You want to get into the state of mind of one, accepting to see it, having that gestalt sort of intention. I am going to see these things, and in the emotional place, you want to get into the emotional place of doing it. The feelings of love or whatever it is you have for the person, and when you put those two things together, and you got to be sincere. It's got to be real. You can't fake it. These things will come up. They really will.
Yeah.
Now, granted, just to let the other NFs know, sometimes you'll do this and there'll be 10, and sometimes you'll do it, it'll just be 1. Other times it'll be a tiny one, and then you'll get a big one. There's no
Sometimes
sort of
it could
rhyme
be
or
a
reason.
shell. It could be anything.
Sure, it could be shells, right. It could even be glass. It could even be glass, to do that. So that's it. That's my heart rocks. I create, so when the universe speaks, you ask sort of the ground, if you will, for heart rocks, and here they do. They come right back, and here's a whole box full of them in the treasure box. So you got 2 gifts, NFs. You have 1, get the heart rocks, and 2, make a little treasure box for the person you love, and give them little gifts.
And you can refill it.
And you can refill it. Exactly. That's the point of it, I really have a problem with men. They're always like, do I have to go get flowers? Just, are you stupid? Yes. I even have to tell you that,
Apparently.
Right? That's dumb. You can't stop at a supermarket and spend like, $15 for 5 minutes just to get flowers, okay? Make an effort. But this is something you can do that's a little more special, so. And it's my idea, so there you go. All right. Any other thoughts before we're done?
No, I think we're good.
All right, great. Thanks for letting me share this with you, Angela.
No problem.